IT can serve multiple teaching functions. ICT can be used as drill and practice to have solved problems to access information in different fields. Number two, it can be used in different teaching and learning modes. These learning modes include classroom interactive learning, independent learning, network learning, organizational and managed learning. And lastly, information can be delivered in an instant. Because of internet, you can deliver information in a wide coverage at low cost. In 1650, the hornbook was created. It is a wooden paddle with printed lessons that was used during the colonial era. The difference engine was designed by Charles Babbage in 1820. This machine was used in calculating and printing of simple math tables. The analytical engine was also designed by Charles Babbage in 1830. It is to calculate complicated problems by following instructions. In 1870, the magic lantern was created. It is a primitive version of slide projector to project images on glass plate. In 1890, the school slate was invented. In 1890, the chalkboard is one of the biggest inventions in terms of the educational technology, which is still being used up to this age. In 1900, pencil was made, and is usually found in the classroom, in the office, and even at home. 1905 stereoscope. It is a three-dimensional viewing tool used as a source of entertainment at home and in school that are meant to be used to illustrate points made during lectures. Next is 1920 radio. It was used for on-air classes which began popping up for any student within listening range. 1925 film projector, also called as movie projector, which is used for projecting moving images from film. 1930 overhead projector was initially used by the US military for training purposes in World War II, but later on quickly spread to schools and other organizations. 1936 the first computer. It is the first freely programmable computer. 1940 ballpoint pen, useful tool in the classroom. Mimeograph, made copies that can be distributed. 1947 transistor was invented by Bell Telephone Company, which is one of the vital components of the computer. 1950 headphones are used in school for some listening skills and to do individual listening for audiophiles and the like. 1950 slide rule was developed by William Oughtred and others. Before the advent of the pocket calculator, it was the most commonly used calculation tool in science and engineering. 1951 videotapes were used as an exciting method of instruction. 1953 International Business Machines or IBM came out with their first computer machine. 1957 Reading Accelerator was a simple device designed to help students read more efficiently. 1957 Skinner Teaching Machine. P.F. Skinner, a behavioral scientist, developed a set of devices such as the teaching machine that allowed a student to proceed at her own pace through regiment program of instructions. 1958 Educational Television. There were more than 50 characteristics of TV, which included education programming that aired across countries. 1959 Photocopier. Xerographic of photocopying was introduced by Xerox. 1963 Computer Assisted Instruction or CAI. Stanford University introduced CAI for mathematics and reading, offering individualized learning and allowed students to take self-paced, active roles and drill and practice. 1963 mouse. This pointing device, which is still being used today, was invented by Douglas Engelbart. 1965 film strip viewer. It allows individual students to watch film strips at their own pace.
A pleasant day, Sir Tan and classmates. In continuation with the evolution of ICT in education, let's check out from 1969 until 2015. In 1969, the first internet was called ARPANET, which is an interconnected network of computer networks. In 1972, handheld calculator entered the classroom for quick mathematical calculations. In same year, Scantron's system of testing was introduced to check and grade tests more efficiently. The following year, the first mobile phone was released. In 1974 is the birth of Microsoft. 3 years later, the Apple II computer was presented. In 1980, the Plato computer was known to be the most used computer that time, and a year after, IBM introduced its first personal computer. In 1985, CD-ROM was created that serves as storage of texts, videos, and audios. In the same year, until 1987, is the era of educational computer games. In 1990, Tim Berners-Lee gave life to the World Wide Web, and TI-81 calculator graphs was also introduced. The following year, laptop was used. In 1993, personal digital assistants was released by Apple and used to store information and keep schedules. In 1996, Nokia introduces mini computers that had internet capabilities. 2 years later, the first e-book reader was released. In 1999, interactive whiteboard was used to allow computer images to be displayed on the whiteboard. In 2010, Apple iPad was released, and in 2015, interactive mobile apps become the center of effective classroom learning. As part of ICT, computers play a significant role in our lives. Here are as follows and its functions. First, computers can increase productivity. Second, computers facilitate communication between students, teachers, and administrators. Third, computers are used to access large amounts of information. Fourth, computers are brilliant aids in teaching. Fifth, computers facilitate an electronic format for storage of information. And finally, computers can teach subjects and enhance learning of the students. If we use these technological advancements properly, it will be for our advantage and will make learning more meaningful and fun. That concludes my report, sir. Thank you.
Hello, Sir Tantan. Hello, classmates. Good evening. I'm Flor de Lisa Isona, and my topic is about software for educators and students. What is software? Software is the programs and other operating information used by a computer. It is also a generic term used to refer to applications, scripts, and programs that run on a device. There are two types of software, a system software and application software. The system software consists of programs that control the operations of the computer and its device. Operating system is a type of system software which contains instructions that coordinate all of the activities of the computer hardware devices. Every time you boot up your computer unit, the operating system starts to run by loading itself into the computer's memory job by telling the computer how to perform functions such as transferring data between the input or output devices and computer memory, processing program instruction, communicating with the computer hardware, in other software like word processor, spreadsheets, presentation, and other application programs. The different operating systems. Number 1 is standalone operating. This is a complete operating system that works on desktop computer, notebook computer, or mobile computing device. The examples are Windows, In Windows, it is the Microsoft Windows is the most known operating system, and the Mac OS X. This operating system is only available for computers which any manufactured by Apple. Number 2 is embedded operating system. This kind of operating system resides in an internal chip rather than a hard drive and used to on mobile device and other consumer electronics. The iOS, Google Android, BlackBerry OS are examples of embedded operating systems. Next is emerging operating systems. The emerging operating system, like that of Google Chrome OS, has the potential to revolutionize computing. Application software or application programs allow users to perform specific tasks like writing documents, making project presentation, video recording, and many others like as a productive or business tool, create graphics and multimedia projects, supports school and professional activities, helps individuals with home and personal activities, and facilitate communication. Types of software applications used in schools. Instructional software are intended to teach skills or information, do demonstration, examples, explanation, or problem solving. Tutorial software is software that teaches the users about new concepts. Drill and practice software. It provides exercises in which students work on items one at a time and receive feedback on their correctness. Simulations, it provides a lifelike or world-like scenario or system that students may experience through the computer. And instructional games, primarily used to motivate learners in learning a concept of topic. It allows learners to practice their skills in a more engaging manner. Problem-solving software. It focuses on fostering skills and problem solving. And the last is special needs software. It is designed for students with disabilities. The continuation of the topic will be discussed by Mr. Narsulito Kahilo. Thank you for listening. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, classmate. Today, my report is all about productivity software and word processing software. Productivity software is designed to help teachers and students in creating the reports, computing of grades, communicating, developing of materials, and keeping of records effectively and efficiently. Productivity software includes applications such as word processing, electronic spreadsheets, presentation graphics, graphics and multimedia software, database, personal information management, and software suites. Now, what is word processing software? Word processing software, this is one of the most widely used application software. People, including teachers and students, use word processing software. In creating, teachers and students use word processing software in creating documents such as letters, memoranda, reports, newsletters, theses, lesson plans, handouts, tests, communication, and many others. They commonly use word processing software in school is the Microsoft Word. Some word processing software are Open Office Writer, Google Documents, Adobe Buzzword, and Lotus Symphony. That's all, and may God bless you.
Hi Sir Tan, I'm Bry, your reporter for instructional software for 21st century teaching. Instructional software is general term used specifically for computer programs to deliver instruction or assist with the delivery of instruction in the topic. Software tools serves many purposes other than teaching, while instructional software packages are used exclusively to support the instruction and or learning. In this chapter, selecting suitable instructional software, its benefits and limitations will be further discussed. First, the drill and practice software. Function are exercises where students work with example items, usually one at a time, and receive feedback on their accuracy. Now, let's check the benefits and the limitations of drill and practice software. For the benefits, it gives immediate feedback. And second, it increases the motivation. And third, saving teachers' time. And for the limitations, first, instructional overuse or misuse. Second, criticism by constructivists. After the drill and practice software, now we have the tutorial software. It is a complete instructional sequence on a subject, similar to instruction in a teacher's classroom. Tutorial are the true teaching materials. Let's check the benefits of tutorial software. First, same as drill and practice, it gives immediate feedback and time saver. Second, it offers instruction that can stand on its own. Now, let's take a look in the limitations. First, criticism by constructivists. Second, lack of well-designed products. Now, let's move on to simulation software. A simulation is a computerized representation of a real or imagined system intended to demonstrate how the system works. Simulation is a form of experiential learning. It is the strategy that fits well with the principles of student-centered. Now, let's take a look at the benefits of simulation software. Number 1, compresses time or slow down process. Number 2, gets student involved. Number 3, makes experimentation safe. Number 4, makes the impossible possible. 5th, save money and other resources. 6, allow repetitions with variations. And 7, allows observation and complete process. And for the limitation of simulation, first, criticism of virtual lab software. Second, accuracy of models. Third, instructional misuse. For instructional games, kindly discuss it, Ma'am Catherine.
Hello, Sir Tan. Hello, classmates. Before I start my discussion, let's take a look at this first.
Welcome to Adapted Mind, where monsters teach you math. From counting to algebra, we make math visual and fun. This is counting. Oh, hi there! How many eyes do I have? Nice work! I knew I could count on you. You made your first friend.
Hi there. My name is Kat, and what you just watched is an example of an instructional game. Oh wait, before I proceed, let me just wear my mask first. To make learning fun, teachers could use instructional games. It could serve as an educational and at the same time a motivational tool that gives importance to the value of learning. Why do we have to use fun instructional games every now and then in our teaching strategy? First is that I believe that all would agree that games are way more interesting than the usual way of teaching. Information retention is longer and enables the teachers to get students to be more focused, engaged, and motivated. However, there are some limitations and problems in using the instructional games. The learning versus having fun, wherein students are more focused toward winning the game or enjoying too much instead of the learning takeaways from the game itself, or the inefficient learning. And sometimes they may be a confusion of game rules and the real life rules. And of course, the availability of materials, software, computer, internet connection to be able to make use of the instructional games. Another software that teachers could make use of is the problem-solving software. Above me are some sample problem-solving software. Since it is too hard to pick one, we must remember that in selecting the right software to use, Teachers should consider the learner's skills they wanted to develop and if it would be challenging enough for the grade level they were teaching. Using this software could promote better understanding, improves interest, and allows students to be more active when it comes to problem solving. Just like on the instructional games, learners could have the tendency to over-enjoy and would not focus on learnings or developing the skills needed. And it may not be suited to the diverse learners with different learning strategies. Before I proceed with the last one, can I remove my mask first because it's quite hard talking. And anyway, I'm all alone here so everything's safe and good. Okay, on to the last software, which is the software support tools. There are millions of support tools teachers could use in making their teaching strategy efficient. Here are the sample software tools that they could use of in the different categories of teaching. Material generators, data collection and analysis tools, graphic tools, planning and organizing tools, research and reference tools, and content area tools. Using this software could improve the efficiency and productivity of the users, and it is definitely more precise when it comes to the appropriateness of information. And that's all of the instructional software that could be used in a classroom. Thank you!